Deep within the ancient forests beyond the fjords, far from the clamor of Viking villages and the ring of war axes, stood a small, sturdy tent. Eric tightened the stakes of the leather shelter against the biting wind as Astrid returned, carrying a basket of wild berries. They were two youths whose families were divided by an ancient blood feud, a bitter rivalry that forbade their union. Yet, their love was forged in a fire stronger than any tribal law. They had chosen to spend the harsh winter in this forest, relying solely on one another. Every morning before the sun peeked over the horizon, Eric would wake to fish in the frozen lakes or chop wood to keep the hearth burning. Astrid, in turn, mastered the art of curing hides and using medicinal herbs provided by the earth. At night, huddled beside a small fire inside their tent, they shared dreams of a grand farm they would one day build together. One evening, as the sky began to dance with the emerald and violet hues of the northern lights, Eric sat beside Astrid, holding a simple ring forged from silver. "This forest has given us more than just shelter. It has given us freedom," he said, his voice trembling slightly with emotion. "Now, in the presence of the gods and under the witness of these ancient trees, I wish to bind my life to yours." With tears glistening in her eyes, Astrid smiled and took his hand. "This tent was our first home, Eric, but your heart is my true home," she whispered. When spring finally arrived, they returned to their village not as outcasts, but as peaceful envoys. Their survival in the wild and their uncheckable devotion to one another had finally broken the stubbornness of their families. In the center of the village, amidst a grand feast and sacred prayers, they were wed. They were no longer just two lovers hiding in the woods. They had become the heroes of a legend that would be told for generations.